again in comic book roles. Let's
You
talk
know,
about
whamming.
the whamming, the MCU, the She-Hulk you in this case because She-Hulk looks bad.
Question mark. Very,
sh-
very important distinction there. Question mark.
yeah, question mark. I put the question mark in there. So, um, boy, that trailer came out, and I was like, boy, I am so hyped. I wonder what the internet thinks. And there was my mistake. That was
Yep.
my mistake. Wanting to know what the internet thinks. Because, I thought Miss Marvel got a lot of hate just because of one thing or another. This thing, maybe they strategically dropped this just to take some of the heat off of Miss Marvel. That's a conspiracy theory, because good lord.
It's really weird. It was either about the CGI on She-Hulk, or she's not big enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's weird though.
Yeah, people want that cartoon-like definition where you have to actually draw the lines in so people know that there's muscle there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't just use your eyes and have a look.
Well, it's not that. It's just that some wanted before she reverted the more Hulk depiction of She-Hulk, where she's like insanely ripped.
Which is the version that people have been moaning about for the last couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, look, like,
but
I don't know.
The only thing is that I know that the CGI may technically look bad, but it's more on the details more than anything, like the rendering of.
It's not quite bad. It's unfinished.
Yeah.
Because you can tell it's unfinished, because you can see the shots that people aren't using to go CGI bad, because they actually look good, because they can't put them in the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's just for me, it's just the way I look at it. It's just unfinished texturing more than anything.
And
that's what a lot of it is. It's the texture and the lighting.
Like, that's the problem that people are not understanding. No matter how good the CG on the Hulk or Abomination gets, which if you look at them, they look better than her. That's because they got ridges, they got the stubble on their face, they got the wrinkles, the baggy eyes, like they transitioned their age into their character, and they have this depth where shadow can hit you. I'm going to talk for a second out of the kind of realm of comic books as somebody who's gone to bodybuilding shows, whose wife also competed recently. They put you under a orangish light, and it's a stage light that hits down on you, and they got some from the sides, because when you stand on that stage, all your muscle pops because it adds depth to every single crease and shadow, and you look 100 times better on a stage. They can't do that with She-Hulk because her skin is green, and she's not the super ripped version like Hulk or Abomination. So she is just literally been enhanced in size. She's taller, but she's not like super muscular. And it's going to get better. The textures are going to get better, because there are some shots, like Mitch said, where she looks great, but people aren't using those, which is obviously to do the argument of show looks bad, you know?
Yeah, and plus, most often where this takes place, she's under natural light.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. It's like, Nick's in the chat being like, CGI could have been in the oven a bit longer. It's like, it's got 3 months.
Yeah,
I
don't want to hear Nick on this, or he like gets hyped.
No, but like, he's
DC,
that's the people have. It's like,
CGI thinking it's okay because of the TV show. I'm like, bad CGI is bad CGI. The CGI, I'd rather have this level of CGI than from the CW.
Yeah, it's.
And even if it's, say, the CGI is finished, let's just say it is, they're not going to improve it anymore.
No.
You always do it so you spend the less at the start to save up for the big stuff you have at the end.
Like Moon Knight is a prime example.
Exactly.
The last episode looks so much better than everyone, but they blow that episode out. So I would rather.
In fact, if you look at all the way through Moon Knight, they sacrifice everything that happens with Mark in the suit and Steven in the suit to focus on Khonshu looking good.
Yeah.
There's not a single shot in that show where Khonshu looks bad.
Yeah.
And that thing's sitting in the daylight.
And I do want to bring up the main comparison I can always make is look at Spider-Man in Homecoming. he didn't have any single layers to his suit, and people always been like, bad. It's like,
In
no.
fairness, that was entirely CGI.
And exactly, because they slapped the CGI over it, and it's smooth, and I get it. Like, in the early shots, it looked also much worse than the final cut of the film. People still use that one shot from the ferry to be like, Marvel CG bad. It's like, bro, that was the first teaser trailer from a year and a half before release. Like, what?
Yeah, it's just like they want Spider-Man to have a turkey neck whenever he's doing his action sequences.
It's
but yeah, it's just really weird, especially like another one of the arguments for She-Hulk is why didn't they cast a bodybuilder to have natural muscles? It'd be a lot better, like the classic Hulk show. I'm like, no.
Find me a female bodybuilder, or find me a bodybuilder in general that can act.
Yeah,
it's not even that. It's find one that can act, have the correct muscle definition, and be around 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. And also,
like said person doesn't exist.
And while you're at that,
like, but you can use the camera. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that.
And the difference is because you're a bodybuilder, you will have to go through the athletics commission, and they will voluntarily test you at random times. And I guarantee you, knowing many people that compete, you will fail those tests. So I'm telling you right now, you could not get a bodybuilder under any circumstance, and it would just be a disaster. So
like the only way they could do this is you'd be having CGI either way, is having the bodybuilder's head on an actor's body, because Jen's like 5'1" in her base human form. That is short. So yeah, you're gonna have CGI either way.
Maslany?
She's around that height.
I know she's short.
Yeah, she's around that.
1'6".
6.
What's a 1.6 m? I'm American. Work with me here. I only know feet and inches.
I think that's like 5'3".
Wow. Yeah, that's.
I think it's like 5'3".
Yo, they would have to give her like 8-foot stilts. What do people want? Oh my gosh, she's 5'4".
Well, no, you reverse Skinny Steve it from Captain America. You get like Ronda Rousey because people want Ronda Rousey for what they used to anyway. I haven't heard that name in a while. And then you just put her face on.
Yeah, she's
and have it look even weirder. Like.
Yeah, she's around 5'2", 5'3", so she's around Jen's actual height. So yeah, she's perfect height for Jen.
Well, I mean, look, it is what it is. We're gonna get more obviously from this show. I don't personally think some of the CG's wonky, but does the CG make me say the show looks bad? No, the show looks incredible. It looks amazing. It looks fun. It looks different. It's what I want.
It is fun. It's using the best characteristic of Jen.
Yeah.
With her her fun going nature, and just having fun with everything and embracing the power, unlike her cousin who thought it was just a curse for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And I still
the CGI distract them from the fact that we are getting a live action Frogman.
Yeah.
I still it's just there's a lot of like nitpicks and stuff, and even with why does Hulk still Professor Hulk? And I'm like,
yeah.
I say, because is it fairness? There's a decent conversation around that, because when does She-Hulk take place? Is it before or after Shang-Chi? Can Banner change between the Hulk again?
Yeah.
Supposedly at this point he can, because in the comics with Professor Hulk, he just wanted to stay that way.
Yeah, but that's the comics, in fairness.
I know, but they can give that same reasoning as to why he just wanted, because during that whole Infinity Saga, he said that he looked at Hulk as a disease before he embraced him, and that's when he gained a level of control over him, and I guess they made compromises as to who is in control of the body.
Because also, if you see in the Shang-Chi post-credit scene, he has got a thing on his wrist with a green light on it.
Yeah.
And also his arms are still in the sling, whereas now it's completely gone.
I wonder if they're going to jump around like when she's testing her powers, and then we're going to get like a little mid and then modern, so it's kind of like all over the place.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you might be going back and forth because they still have, we still haven't seen the I guess either the accident or the blood transfusion
You
transfusion
saw the
scene.
accident in the trailer.
Kind of. Yeah, yeah.
That car rolling is absolutely 100% the accident that happens.
Yeah,
Because you
it's
don't
gotta
see
be,
her
yeah.
looking in the car. Like,
Yeah,
That's true, yeah.
yeah, but it was just how they pictured it, and I was looking at some other stuff where people thought like it was her in her Hulk form through the car. But I could see I could see it being an accident though.
Well, also it's like,
so I assume, because the way it's shot, I assume she's had the blood transfusion before that car accident. But that car accident is what then triggers it. That's the way she's sitting, like the British stuff. It's like, no, she's been flung out of that car and looking at it. Like.
No, I agree with that. I think that's kind of the way they're going with it. And again, they kind of got to change some elements because, again, the Hulk in the MCU, his origin is nothing like the comic. It's literally completely different. It's the TV show origin, you know? It's like they changed it with the experiment and the machine.
Because didn't they go with the Eric Banner Hulk origin?
Yeah, the TV series. Yeah, they changed it up. So it's cool. Look, we got a couple months to go. We're gonna get a lot more on this. I'm assuming when we get redefined CG and better look and more shading and more time to CG it properly, we're gonna know what it looks like. Better indication. So
stupid MCU
coming in here with your whamming and
Frogman,
yeah. The MCU is dumping the super soldier serum into New York Harbor Bay, and they're making the frickin' frogmen gay. Oh, get on this, Jen. Get on the case. Oh, they better get J. Jonah Jameson to do that on one of the screens. Oh God.
I mean, I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.